What's going on, skate world? This is your boy DJ R. Cole.
And I am the queen, and you're tuned in to Boss Talk.
And
Hey.
today we have the one and only out of Cali. So I'm
Hmm.
going
Whoop,
to go ahead
whoop.
and introduce
Cala.
yourself. So go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Sweet Pea, calling from Los Angeles, California. CEO of Wood Riders, baby. What's up, everybody? And it's my
Wood
birthday.
Riders is in the building, in the
Whoop,
building,
Repping,
whoop.
repping.
building. And you are
Definitely.
in LA. So
Hey.
you have a lot of interesting things going on with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very long resume.
Very long
Oh, my
resume. We actually
goodness.
just did a little
Needless to
birthday
say.
party for you.
Yes.
Virtual birthday
Thank
party,
you.
which we will air as well. Um,
I loved it. Thank you.
one of the things we were talking about was when you actually had started managing World on Wheels.
Yes.
And
World on Wheels, the
so
famous LA World on Wheels.
very
Okay.
famous, right? And as a matter of fact, that rink was talked about in the United States
Yeah.
documentary because
Yeah.
Absolutely.
it's a
Absolutely.
lot of history
Yeah.
behind
Yes.
what
That
is
movie
now.
alone was phenomenal. It's
Yes,
just
it
Yes.
was.
Yes.
superb.
Yes, it
Yes.
was. Very phenomenal. So, the rink closed down and opened back up, and
Hmm.
you
Mhm.
have the privilege of actually running it now. You are the manager now,
I
and
am. Yes.
you see a lot of celebrities coming
Yeah.
through.
I
Like I
do.
see you
Almost
with
every
Jay Z,
day there's
Beyonce's daughter,
somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
right? So now, again, you started doing this when for World on Wheels.
Oh, actually, when the doors opened, I would go just volunteer my time. Just
Hmm.
the bathrooms needed cleaning. I'd ask them, "Hey, where's your bleach? Where's your towels? You gotta
Yeah,
get the
Okay.
bathroom clean, you know." And um, my husband was doing photography just off the strength of the love for skaters and photography. He'd take pictures, and we just came together and did what we needed to do to get that place cracking and where it needed to be. A lot of people don't know, the depths of a skating rink, and that's okay. That's where we
it's
as a
very deep.
community comes
Yeah.
in
It,
and fills it up with the love that it needs. So that's what
yeah.
we did, and the owner, I guess, seen something in me, I should say,
Hmm.
and I was offered the position, and I took it with
Yeah.
no problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Now, being that you're in LA
Mhm.
and this is a rink, I call this like the celebrity rink because
Yeah.
all kind of celebrities have
I
come
do.
through there. I've seen your pictures with them, and
Yes. From
but
A to C, I've met them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure when you're managing a facility like
Hmm.
that and you have A-listers coming in,
Mhm.
there's a degree of stress behind it, trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
make sure that everything
Great
is
deal.
good and
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah,
great deal of stress making sure that your crew knows um, the importance of security. They
mhm,
also bring their own security, but we as a family, as a community, as an employees have to know the security for safety for ourselves. And
right,
because there's crazy people out there, but
Yeah.
not
Definitely.
only that, and then they have to bring the energy. These
Hmm.
A-list celebrities are coming into our world, so we have
right,
to put on that face so they know, like, hey, this is what we do. You may think it's going in circles over
Right.
yeah,
and over
yeah,
again, but this is our passion,
right.
and we invite you to our world. And you can just imagine, after they're scared, they get on the floor, they're like, whoa, but after a couple of times, they're like, this is nice.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
before you
yeah.
know it, they're buying custom skates from Skate Fanatics. So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
like, welcome to our world. And they really shake my hand like, man, P, this is cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm like, no, thank you. Tell a friend. And
Yeah.
so they
That's
do. And they come back
yeah,
for
that's
more
good because
Yeah.
celebrity
even
friends.
on you guys
Yeah.
social media like your Facebook and your
Hmm.
Instagram page for World on Wheels, because I follow it. You guys are very involved in it. You know,
Yes.
um, which is what I love. You know,
Thank you.
and you're doing a phenomenal job of keeping that place going.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I had the privilege of coming there
Ah,
to
yeah, it's
about two.
very stressful, but it's
Yeah,
rewarding at the same time. When I wake up every morning, I put my foot in that ground. I thank God, like this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I don't know how long it'll last, and whatever the duration of this, I'm going to soak it in and enjoy it and meet as many people as I can get and touch as many hearts. That's the point, is so you can feel what I feel. And this is my house. And I call it just that. Welcome to my house. And Jay-Z looked at me like, your house? I said, yeah. And he looked around like, all right, I like it. Thank you. And what kind of space can I get you, sir? And it was just that. And then a couple times, Beyonce come in there, and we were having a meeting with Alicia Keys for Swiss Beats' birthday, and she kept coughing. And I thought, everybody knows Sweet Pea. I'm known for always having mints or candy Jolly Ranchers. That's how I got my name, Sweet Pea. I love sweet candy. I said, if this lady coughs one more time in my house, I have to give her a mint. And I gave her, she coughed. I said, Beyonce, would you like a mint? She says, yeah. So I gave her one of my mints. And I thought, Sweet Pea just gave Beyonce a mint in her house again. So just things like that are memorable moments, that affect me, physically, mentally and emotionally. It's just great. I'm thankful.
And that's dope, because we'll see postings of these celebrities saying they're going skating and stuff like that. And, we never really get a chance to see them, a majority of them skating and be in their element and see them inside of our element.
Exactly.
So I mean,
and they sorry to cut you off, but it's important that they pull me to the side sometimes and just tell me, like, you know what, we appreciate this place, because outside of our everyday life, I can tell what you mean about your house. This is somewhere where we feel safe, and we don't have to worry about the outside world screaming and fans. They can just come, and they know, my staff know, like when celebrities come, relax, chill, let them feel at home. We're not going to be bombarding them with pictures. And that's when they be looking like, well, hey, don't your people want a group picture? Yeah, we'll get a group picture, but we wait for them to ask, because we're not thirsty like that, and we want them to feel comfortable and at home.
That is dope.
So do they normally give you forewarning when they're coming, and do you close down the facility, or how does that work when someone does want to come in and visit your facility? How do you guys handle that?
Well, I'm not at liberty to say the exact measures, but I can tell you that there are steps.
I can imagine
they take. Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, I mean, I guess, Jay-Z wouldn't walk in on Friday night when you have
not at all. Yeah, he'd reach out to the owner. Yeah, he's really, really, the owner he's a celebrity himself. He just doesn't know it. He has so many avenues, and they all know him, and they'll call him and say, hey, I want to come skate. What do I need to do? What are your hours, and how can I go about skating? And a lot of them don't want to skate with the community, and that's okay. That's their preference. Yeah. And some of them don't mind. Lisa Ray, through one of her, just last year,
I remember seeing that post.
She had the choice to have a private party or an open. And she was like, no, I want it open. Let's bring everybody in. Everybody's welcome. And that's to each his own,
Right.
I'm no celebrity, but a couple times I wanted to have a private party. Sometimes you just want that personal space between your people, and that's okay. So I don't knock anybody for private or community. It's all good as long as you're there.
And you know what? And if you bust your ass and you Beyonce, you don't want everybody seeing you either.
You're gonna be on TMC.
Right. Yeah.
So having to run a skating rink, because I've been in a managerial position myself for skating rinks, there's a level of stress that comes with it. So for you, what has been the most difficult thing for you to have to deal with in regards to managing a rink?
Well, I would probably say getting the staff on the same accord. It's hard when you hire skaters. I say because that jam comes on, they want to get out there.
They want to skate.
They want to skate, and they want to go to the parties and you know, guess what? You're working on that Wednesday night on Wood Rider Wednesday. You know, they want to skate instead of having to work. So I get that. And that's one of the biggest challenges, is just not discriminating, but I'd like to see hire more non-skaters, and that'll give my skaters an opportunity to do other things like events, help us out with the events. And when the parties come and celebrities come, you know, make that vibe crack. Because if you're behind the walls, you can't give that emotion behind it. So again, it's not to discriminate, like, oh, you're a skater, we don't want you. It's not, I'm not saying that at all, but I'd like to see non-skaters get to know the culture a little bit, and that way these skaters are there to kind of help those who don't know the culture a little bit better.
And that's good too, to actually have that balance of skaters and non-skaters.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then again, you have a non-skater that doesn't know.
I think she just got a phone call. Okay, so we're waiting for her to get the audio back. Her phone.
Again, it's my birthday, and I've got thousands of phone calls. But again, like I was saying, it's a little tough too, because if you don't get a skater who doesn't know the culture and the importance of rental skates and cleaning them, so it's a 50-50. And those are, like you said, what are the stresses, and those are the things, little things like that. I couldn't just say that, pretty much.
Right. At one point in time, you actually did a pop-up skating park.
Yeah, it was Franklin Street, the roll around.
Yeah, I made history
with that idea.
Never in that place has been around since probably the 1700s, and no one in life has ever thought of that. And I thought, these country folks don't know anything about the skate community. We had a couple rinks like in Gary, several in Chicago, which take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes from where I was at in Indiana to get to, but nothing in my local town, which is Michigan City. And it's a smaller town outside of Gary, Indiana. And I didn't know anything about the culture. And I thought, well, I'll be damned if these people don't know.
And I'm right here.
Yeah, I would be crazy not to bring my world. And like a lot of the celebrities and people who make it, how they bring back to the community. And that was something I felt like, Mama, I made it, and now it's time for me to put back into my community, where my children are at, where my grandma is at. And so I thought there was no space to create a rink, you know, in that moment. So I thought of the pop-up rink when they had one here in LA, and I thought, well, how hard or how easy is that to put this in my town? And will they accept it? And will these people even know what I'm talking about? And so I did my research and talked with the mayor and the police officers there. And I just did my research for a while, and they were all on board. They were like, you were like the town home Oprah. So I had the community, I started a group. And I started out with 20 people, and now I have like 3,000. And there's only 3,000 people in that city. I mean, I'm sure it's more, but yeah. So I have this group, and I'm on it every day, and I just keep these people entertained and into the culture. And people have never been on skates in their entire life, never knew what a pair of skates looked like. And I thought, now's my time to shine and bring these people into my world. So I went out there, and I had the community 100% back me up on this pop-up rink, and the company came out and laid this floor out, and people were just standing there like they were watching us build this wall, and they were just laying the floor, the floor, and people were like, this is wonderful, and lady, over here, and what's your name? And oh, thank you. And I thought, I felt like Beyonce that day. I was the Jay-Z of that town that day, and that was just needless. That is, for a lack of a better word, they made me feel so special. And just to see people who are 80 years old, from 3 years old, skating, and they'll come up to me like, I've never been on skates, or I haven't been on skates since 1904. Like, thank you, young lady. And so the community is really interested in getting a rink there, and I can't talk about it quite right now, but just know I'm working on some things.
Well, hopefully it will manifest.
Yeah, that's
just
all I can say.
Just by you planting the seed, you know, maybe it shall manifest.
And that's good too, because that's what makes you a boss.
Yeah.
You know, this is boss talk, and this is what makes you a boss, because you took the initiative and you brought our culture to your hometown, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Hometown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and people appreciate that. You know?
Yes, they did. And I have to tell you guys a really small, quick story about that day. Is we had security there. There were police officers, real badged with guns on their hips, police officers staring, thinking, you know, something's gonna jump off. It has to be to have thousands of people out here for this moment. It's gotta have something. And do you know, we've never seen so many smiles. It was contagious. The smiles, the laughter. And you guys know I'm a crybaby. I just cried and wept in the inside. Like, this is really to see everyone, Black, white, Mexican, Chinese, just form as one to bring something that was so beautiful. And so this police officer kept staring at me. I thought, oh Lord, I'm from LA, and we don't get down with the cops staring at us all the time, bro. Like, what are you looking at? And then he sends somebody over and tells me to come here. And I say, yeah, sir, hi. And he shakes my hand and says, you know, kid. And this guy looked like Santa Claus. And I'm like, hi, sir. And he's like, I just really thank you for this, for the community. And, you know, I really would like to try to skate. Can you help me? And I thought, right now? He's like, I got him some rental skates. Yeah. This dude has his badge and his gun on. He took off his boots. He sat down. I helped him take off his boots. And people are just snapping pictures like, the police is about to get out there. And he's on duty, on the clock out there. And I'm holding his hand. And that made the front page of the paper. Me and this cop are holding hands. And we're smiling like, you know, the first time probably in God knows how long, he had a genuine smile. Like, this is dope. So,
but that's a testament to you and what you bring and the light that you bring to people. So, if you have an event like that, you brought the light and you just never let it go out, and you didn't allow any negativity. So, that's just
not
a
at
testament
all
to who you are.
Absolutely, it was great. I felt like, boom, I conquered something. Checklist.
That's good. That's phenomenal. So now you've been skating, you said earlier in the previous one before we had your shindig. You said earlier that you started skating around 7, correct?
Yes, I started at 7 in Irvine, California. That's in Orange County, where I was raised, actually. And we had a local skating rink, like literally less than feet away. It was great. And me and the local kids would go every single weekend, as long as our grades and our house was clean and we did our chores. We were skaters, and I was the only child. So of course I always begged my mom. Back then they rexed. So rexing was the big thing. So I had the cool black and white striped skates with the big fat wheels, and you know, in my community, I was the only Black girl, so I was like the cool Black girl that learned all the tricks. It was my thing, and I thought that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is my stuff. And none of my family are skaters, though, so my family just be like, okay. And I'd always ask my friends, like, where are there other rinks at? And we went to visit one in, I think, Orange, California. That's the city, Orange. And here I am with these big fat skates, and my mom be there like, okay, where
you taking me, girl?
So I was that type of traveler, that kid that wanted to travel to all the rinks. And I got a chance to visit Word on Wheels back in the day. I was a little kid. And remind you, my family's from Leimert Park. So born and raised, they're still here. And for the holidays, we'd go from Orange County to Leimert Park, of course, for Thanksgiving and all those fun festivities. And my cousins are here. I have several cousins from the hood and just all over LA. And they'd be like, you still skating? And I'm like, yeah, this is great. So I got to go to Word on Wheels back in the day. And my cousin were gangbangers, so I wasn't supposed to be with them. They were supposed to be babysitting me. And I remember several times I had to sit on the bench, and I thought, God, this place is cool. And when I grow up, I'm going to come back and skate. And my sister said, you tell your mama that you've been here, we're all going to get whooping. So that was like my kid's secret is I used to go to World on Wheels. And would you ever know, you know?
Uh-oh, mama. Yeah. Now mama knows.
Sorry, mama.
So you went from being that little kid growing up thinking, man, you know, I want to come back to being the woman behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Managing it. Yeah, that's actually managing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In high school,
little girl, little boy doing the same thing that you did.
Yes. Yep.
They call me and my girls talk about it all the time. We were the new-news. When we got to high school, we'd catch the bus to LA. And that was the thing, was, you know, hanging out on Crenshaw, Gordon Ward on Wheels. And we would have to keep it a secret. Because, you know, Orange County girls weren't allowed in LA. That was just like, oh my God, the death trap. But we thought it was a thing to do.
Well, one of the things with the coronavirus, a lot of skating rinks are having financial difficulties, which might not be the situation with you guys because of your location and the people you serve. But what are some things that you think some of the rinks could do to come back so that they don't suffer so much financial hardship at this time?
It's an unfortunate situation for all of us. And, you know, I pray for all the rinks here. We have several, and they all mean a lot to us. There's a skate night every night here, and that's the luxury of LA is we have choices. So much love to all the rinks, and I do hope we all come back with a comeback. And, you know, I sit and think too, God, sorry guys. Lost the phone there for a second. What can we do to get things back cracking? And, you know, I'm in sweet pea mode. I'm always thinking of a party. I love to party. And folks know if I'm going to throw a party, it's going to be a damn good party. So that's my thing is I'm excited to throw that first quarantine. We're at a Rona party, whatever you want to name it. It's going to crack. It's going to crack. And needless to say, it was my birthday. So last Wednesday, I was supposed to have my skate roll, my birthday party there. And then this past Saturday, we were leaving on an 8-day cruise. So on Friday, I was throwing also a Bon Voyage party. So I was going to have 2 parties in 1 week. Like, this Rona thing has caused friction. So I say to other people, just throw one big, I know I have major plans for World on Wheels, and it's going down. It's going, I'm saving my money. I'm giving out free something. It's going down.
Well, that's if you can find it, you know, because, you know, China shut down, so you might not find all the trinkets you want.
No, I'm kidding. Oh, I have trinkets. I've been saving. I'm telling you, I save from 1 year to 1 year. When I'm done with one party, I'm saving for the next year. So I have literally about 3 boxes of trinkets ready to give out. I'm ready. Yes.
So now, going beyond the roller skating, you actually have a couple of other ventures too that we're gonna tap on real quick because we're talking around. But you have your own line of
Bossy Butterfly, your leggings.
I leggings line. So a lot of people, I know you guys kind of know me from the skate world, you know, the skate scene, but I tend to like my sexiness. I'm a bigger girl, so I'm very comfortable with my size. And one thing we as women, as Black women, have to learn is confidence. And that's been torn down in my past relationship. And I thought, once I get back on my feet, no one's ever going to tear me down again. I'm going to embrace every flaw that you may think is a flaw is beautiful to me. So I've learned to embrace that. And that's how Bossy Butterflies started is, I love butterflies. I think they are a creation of new birth, reliving, remanifestation, anything that you want to bring out from your gut out to the universe is a butterfly to me. And so I love sexiness, and that's how I came up with the fishnet line. noticed that the skaters, the sexy women, love leggings. We love leggings. We love fishnets. It's comfortable. And so I kind of took that, which I already had in my head, and took it and ran with it. I branded and copywritten the name, and that's how I came up with it.
Did you design the line?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's a couple leggings that I have a distributor company. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna take full, credit for everything, but I have learned over YouTube. God, YouTube is the bomb. You can learn how to make so much. Mm-hmm. So I've learned to take just a pair of, I'm not gonna give all my secrets away, but a pair of leggings, and there's certain tools you can make to create that sexiness. And I've learned to do that with a couple. So if you see me out there, in fact, I have a pair for you when I see you. And
for me? Or for
I would like to see that.
Nah, you ain't gonna see that. You would not see that.
Hey, let's give me an idea. You guys know.
Hey, you know what? There are some men who would love your products. So don't
do. And I get that a lot. The men are like, thank you, sweet pea. Because a lot of women are they're kind of shy, and I want them to embrace their sexiness. You could be as big or skinny, it doesn't matter. It's what you love in the inside. And so that's why I decided to make Bossy Butterfly line from A to Z, meaning you can just tone it down a little bit, or you can be as risque as you like, and nobody's going to judge you for that, because I know they know me. I will come with one leg out, butterfly cut, tattoo showing. Judge me if you like. I just want to be free, and I'm not trying to cause any harm. So that's all.
Now you also have a travel agency as well.
Predestinations.
Yes, Predestination. So it's funny you mentioned that, because back in the day, I've always been a planner. As from a little girl, I've always planned the birthday parties, everyone's events, graduations, quinceañeras, all that. And so I think it was just embedded. It was something God planned in my life. I just didn't know. It's one of those stories like Kobe Bryant. I've been playing basketball since 3, shooting hoops between my legs in the bathtub, and here he is, the greatest of all. So I think it was meant for me to be a travel agent. And once I moved back home to LA, I thought it was tough for me to find a job. Here I am with a bachelor's degree. I worked 8 years at Indiana State Prison as a correctional officer, so that's where I get my gangster from. I will fight.
So don't come in there cutting up.
Right. I do like to fight, but we don't want to bring that out. If I'm more lovable and I'm a skater, I have all these things inside of me. And so I thought it was tough finding a job. So that's what I decided to do, was take my passion and turn it into a career. And I knew I was good at it. So it was hard at first to get that clientele. It was, because people don't know you. Here you are from where and who are you? And now you're trying to get the skate club, and now these leggings, like, lady, you're doing too much. And I thought I want it all, and I'm going to get it, and I'm not stopping until I get it. And I got it.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So with the corona, we know all the cruises were postponed.
Oh yes.
So when can we expect your next shooting?
Oh gosh. So yeah, with the travel business, we took a huge loss.
Yeah.
It's depleted. Not to tell you guys all my business, but how I'm surviving is before Word on Wheels shut down March 15th. Prior to that, I had already booked a couple weddings. Let's see, there was a quinceañera, 2 weddings, and a romantic cruise for someone, a couple other things. So I had about 6 other bookings. And then how we as travel agents get paid is once you come back from that trip, the cruise line or the resort or the venue will then cut you a check. So I had 6 other checks coming in from previous bookings. Now, what you do after those 6 checks, that's when the loss comes in. So I'm blessed to still holding on, waiting on 3 more. And that's how I'm surviving. It's really, really hard.
It's real rough.
And with those cancellations, though, like if those people rebook, does that still count towards you?
So
or how does that work?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have just about, we're just going to use a fictitious number, but say I had 10 cruises, because I specialize in cruising. I do vacations and car rentals and hotels, but I specialize in cruising. Carnival takes very good care of me. I have a share with them. That's who I market to. They pay me very well and they treat me very well and my family. So I market to them more. But say if I booked 10 Carnival cruises, I would say 8 actually canceled and wanted their money back. And I had to give them all of their money back. And then the other 2 just decided to reschedule. Like my April 4th cruise, we rescheduled till June 20th. And I hate to say it, but I don't think we're going to make that one either. I think we're going to have to push it to Christmas or next April. Don't forget, every April I throw one of the biggest cruises ever. It started out just as my birthday, and only about 4 or 5 of us, and turned to 20 of us. And then, like I said, when I moved here, I called it Cruise Control. Ending with ROLL for roll, but it's mainly skaters. And it wasn't really an idea for to skate on vacation. It was for us skaters to vacation. We have enough skating events. And I don't want to take away from any skating events at all. It's a chance for us as skaters to fellowship for one another and put down the skates and just let the sun hit our faces and party and have a great time. So I say this to say that April cruise that was canceled, we'll probably just rebook for next year in April, if it doesn't happen in June or Christmas time, for sure. So
so right now, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
323-285-2606. That's my office number. Again, I'll repeat that. It's 323-285-2606. That's my travel agent number. You can reach me. Anyone who answers the phone, you could ask for me, or 9 times out of 10, I may just pick up also. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Sweet Pea, aka Patty Cakes.
Miss Patty Cakes. And I'm telling you guys right now, this woman here is a very happy, always smiling, always joy to speak to. But every now and then, I'll send you, hey, what's going on, Sweet Pea? Like, you know.
Listen, we have to think coronavirus, because if this hadn't happened, we'd still be running behind her, trying to catch her, but we just slowed her down so we can get her. So y'all, there are some good things. What do they say? Out of every tragedy comes opportunity.
Opportunity, absolutely.
There you go.
Yes, I've been trying to catch up with you for a minute now.
Yes, you have. I
look
apologize.
on social media, I'm like, oh, she's doing something else. Never mind.
You would have been going on her cruise right now if this hadn't happened.
Hey, I hope you guys can join me next year. We're going on a brand new ship called the Mardi Gras. I would be awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. I cruise on Carnival all the time too, and I saw that ship, so I've been watching that.
Yes, so, it's being built as we speak. It's the biggest ever. So we are going to a party. I mean, I'm not trying to sell Cruise Control because I don't have to, but
cruising already know. If you're
just
a cruiser, you know.
Joe Bowen. He went for the first time a couple years ago, and every time he seen me on the deck, he just look at me and he just shake his head. I'm like, "What, Joe?" He's like, "You got all of us together, this one cruise ship. This is breathtaking." It's
I think
we're
all gonna need to do a kumbaya after this, so we all need to put it out there so we can all put on our stuff on layaway, so we'll be ready for next April.
I'm excited.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out to speak with
Absolutely.
us. Talk, connect.
Because you are definitely a boss.
Definitely.
Don't forget about the bossy butterfly leggings.
Thank you.
And predestination.
Yes, thank you.
Or World on Wheels, if you're in there.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll
you guys actually need to visit World on Wheels. Like I said, I've been there once. I loved it. I had a good time. I had to get used to the floor, though, because the floor was extremely, you guys love sliding on the floor.
Yes.
That floor was slippery. But once I got used to it, I had a lot of fun.
Yay, you will. The energy is so dope there. I love all my staff and just everything about it.
Yeah, it really is. Really is.
Yay.
So
Thank
again,
you guys for having me. I want to come back.
Anytime.
Definitely. Once all this stuff is over with and we start to move everything forward, we're definitely gonna check back up with you if we can catch up with you.
Thank you.
So,
stop it. I'm always available now for you guys.
Appreciate it. So for everyone that's tuning in again, make sure you guys go ahead and follow Miss Sweet Patty Cakes, aka Sweet Pea out of Cali.
Wood Riders.
Definitely the Wood Riders. Shout out to the Wood Riders. You guys are awesome.
And thank you all for tuning in for the virtual birthday celebration.
Yes. Much love. Thank you.
And with that, skaters, we will see you guys on the wood. Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook as well as on Instagram, Skaters Connect. You. And also, if you guys don't have the app, if you guys are listening or watching this, you do have the app. So tell a friend.
All right.
So make sure you guys do that.
Everyone. Thank you.
And we will see you guys on